Oh my god, yes! Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Calm down. Hey, welcome to the middle of November. It's like the 14th? I think, yeah, it's the 14th. Oh boy. I am sorry, I'm exactly 37 minutes late. I got caught up on a lot of things. Anywho, I'm Madpig, obviously. I mean, who else wouldn't be dancing across the screen, you know? um, and as you most likely know, I am one of the main creators and main directors for Max and the Unseen Horrors Beyond the Ink. And I know a lot of you may be going, but Madpig, where the hell were you? Well, let's just say I've been caught up in my own world. But first, have you been having problems with your laptop, your computers, your whatever majiggies, and you want to fix it yourself? Let me tell you, because it's pretty simple. Take the battery out. Don't kill your battery or your hopes and dreams. I highly advise that you tell someone, you know, trusted, who actually knows what they're doing. And again, please, for the love of God, don't do it yourself, or you will end up like me, having a non-working, or yeah, you'll end up like me, where I had my computer not working, and I had an overdue deadline, which, you know, that's mostly why I was away for, I think, the end of March. I had that crap happen. But I'm back now. I do want to make, I honestly don't know where to start right now, because I didn't write a script at all. Yay! So I'm gonna try to improv this as much as I can, which is not ideal, you know. It's not something you should be doing, but yeah. I think first off, let's just start off with Beyond the Ink for right now. As you all know, Beyond the Ink is Max and the Unseen Horrors. It's the, oh, for Christ's sake, it's the first installment in the Max and the Unseen Horrors trilogy. The last time that it was updated was the demo, or I should say the beta of the first chapter. It recently has been changed to the demo, because certain things, and the fact that I have to now basically rebuild it, not rebuild it, but rebuild the chapter itself, the scene, not the game, but the chapter. I do have a few things planned for that, but I won't go too into depth with it, because, you know, I want to keep them secret, because, you know, why not? Lore. The other thing is that we really need to get the trophies working. I want to start earning trophies. So yeah. I might slightly go into depth about like what I should talk about, because why not? I don't want to leave you in the dark. Um, the because the thing is, it's funny. It's pretty funny. The game, the game's canon is completely separate from the book's canon, because the whole thing started off as a book, specifically a fanfic, between an OC and a game character. Um, and then at some point that changed. Yeah. Um, Specifically during the months of, I think, March, we decided, why not start the lore of the game? Why not start a game based off of it? Which is weird. I mean, I don't know why you would do a game off of a book, but you do you know. um, and as you all probably have noticed, we have a new game in the works, titled On That Day. Yay! Which is an 8-bit horror game that will take place in the trilogy. I think it's in between game 1 and 2. I think, yeah. I am really excited to kind of expand this lore, especially since I've been doing the OSTs, which are really, really great. I like making those. It's pretty unique in a way. Speaking of, speaking of the books, well, for one, they're not entirely being discontinued, but they are going to be rewritten because of the lore that it's situated under. So a lot of that has to be changed. Which on one hand, like on one hand that's okay. I mean, it's not great, but it can be dealt with. That's all that really matters. And what I am going to be doing is that I think it's the second book, which was going to be the prequel, and the first chapter of the first book will be merged into one. So that, the book continues the continuity up until the first chapter, because now the game lore has changed in its own way. So the book has to be rebuilt on the groundwork. Magic. I see you. Hold on. Let me link it. I hope I can yeah, through that. Don't ask why. Mm. Um, hmm. Jeez. These last few months have been pretty crazy. Um, because, again, because of the fact that I broke my computer. Yeah, I broke my computer. I was pretty much non-active after the end of March. Throughout, I think, the year. Um, I got my... Then I got a backup computer, which was very slow. It didn't help at all. And then, when I got my newest computer, the one that I'm using currently, I got that, I think, the end of August. So, I've been just readjusting, resetting myself, getting back into kind of the flow of things. I am so not, prepared. I mean, you can tell I'm like, improving stuff. I'm just, stating the mind, stating what comes to mind. But yeah, I don't really have, I don't even know what to talk about, so I'm gonna try my best and, barge through what I need to. I mean, I've already talked about the games, or, well, not, okay. Okay. Actually, you know what? I should. Yeah. Thanks, Caffeine, for rubbing it in my face that I don't have a script at all. Thank you. Chapter 1 will have to be updated. It was supposed to be updated on Halloween, but, I did not get that, or didn't get to it. So I think most likely what will have to be done is, Chapter 1 will have to be done by the end of November or mid-December, which means that I will have to Christmasify the chapter. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Hold on. And because, and then there's the other thing. Chapter 2 will have to come afterwards. Which will be okay. But I'm not rushing development for this again. This will be done and dealt with properly for kind of like going forward. The development will be dealt with accordingly and will be dealt with on time. And if the chapter's not done by the day that it's supposed to be, development shouldn't be rushed. We should just continue working until it's finished, until everything's done, because, like I say, for one, the original Chapter 1 release was pretty rushed. I was trying to get it out for the anniversary, and I didn't. I got it out, I think, the day after. Well, no, wait. No, I did get it out for the anniversary, but I had to make a patch for it the next day. Yes. You better not call me. I'm not answering my phone. Or Discord. I'm not answering that. um, and I am gonna say now is that I think one of the bigger changes to chapter 1 that will be seen is that the characters will be more kind of intertwined with the chapter. Whereas if the original chapter was more, I think it was the characters were built for the chapter, where I want the chapter to be built around the characters, not just for the characters. Also considering the fact that, you know, HC, or the haunted cutout, was originally supposed to just not be a character. He was just, that's the other thing. He was just a nobody. Just a harmless cutout. Spooky, oh no, scary. And so he wasn't supposed to be he wasn't supposed to go throughout the main story, being the main, or not the main, but being a character throughout the main story. And at some point I decided, well, what if we, you know, what if we made him a character? Something special, something different, something spooky. What if we had him chase you? And clearly that got a reaction from people, and probably totally did not give them nightmares, you know. Oh boy. I feel bad for that. I really do feel bad for that. Yeah, I'll get my order when I'm ready. And I do think that chapter 1 will be separated into different parts, because, I do want to make it longer. I do want to kind of, like, expand it. Like how I'm doing it mentally with chapter 2. Because that's the thing, is that I have chapter 1 and 2 done, not done, but down straight in my mind. Like I have, like, the ideas. I just need to kind of splat them on the wall and see which ones will, you know, stay, and which ones will just dry up and lead to nowhere. And the other thing I do want for chapter 1 is more interactions with the ghost crew. There wasn't enough with them in the demo. There wasn't enough. I want more. Give me more. I want more. Just 18 minutes. 18. It might have been. It might have been. I don't know. It has honestly been so long that I've barely remembered. Like, I barely remember if I made him just to be, like, a menace, or if I made him specifically to kind of, you know, give you nightmares, haunt you, spook you. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. That's the thing about development. I don't know. And since the books are following the game's canon, we will be having 3 books. which are not, they're not going to be tied to each other, but they're going to be more character based and more specifically based on a character's specific kind of point of view, essentially. So the first book, we all know, will be Max's POV. It will be just kind of the prologue to the first game. The second and third book, I won't be, revealing because, well, because I said so, and you're gonna wait. You better freaking wait. Wait, please wait. And then again, the 8-bit horror game that on that day is a kind of, again, I'm gonna repeat myself again because why not? It is. It will be connected to the main lore. The main lore. You are not getting it now. You'll be waiting. The game will be. It's. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think. It will be set in between, again, the first game and the second game. Maybe. But a big chunk of its lore will be present. I think during chapter 2 of Beyond the Ink. I think I have that. Because again, I wanted to kind of like expand the game. Or not the game, but the chapter itself. Because, well, in a game you gotta have characters, locations, environments, sound design, voice actors, all this other stuff. You can't have a game without that at all. What else? I think after this live ends, I will get back to work. It won't be ending for like another hour and a half. I need to expand that. Not expand. What? Expand that? No, I'm not expanding anything. Yeah. I don't know why I chose to have this be an hour and 30 minutes long. I really don't know why. But that's fine. So I'll be going till 6. Jesus Christ. I do have more OSTs in the work. For chapter 1 and 2. But again, those will be, they will release a week or two after the chapter has released. So you'll probably notice that I made those chapter 2 OSTs private because I didn't. When I uploaded those, I was like, I'm gonna work on chapter 2. And that was when I had the very slow and old computer. Not the broken one, but the slow one. So I didn't really know what I was thinking then. But I did decide later on that, hey, those should be disabled, or not disabled, but people shouldn't be seeing that because it should be private. Yay. So I am excited to kind of start releasing those when the time is here. I will say there will be a song in there. It might be good, it might be bad. However it is, want to stay far away from it. You know, poke it with a stick. Yay! Um. Hmm. Ah, fuck. What do I talk about? I don't know. Um. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I need to look. This is also like the first one I've done, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Clearly. Hmm. Um. Hmm. What do I say? Ah! Hmm. Yeah, I'm tormenting myself. I'm tormenting myself. Yay! Um. Second of all, um, the thumbnails for the YouTube channel will be updated accordingly. So those will be worked on, I think, bit by bit. I'm just tackling what I need to. Uh, um, though after chapter 1 is finished, um, fully, it will be straight to work on chapter 2 because, well, it's been like six, 9 months. It's been 9 months. Oh god. Oh dear god. Which means that production now needs to kind of continue, and also needs to, yeah, it needs to continue on chapter 1, which means I'm gonna have to be working, and like it's gonna be non-stop working at this point. Um, um, what else? Hmm. Oh yeah, the 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 name change, the company name change. I'm pretty sure that you're all wondering what that could be. Well, would you rather be associated with a madman running the company, or would you rather be associated with the team? Um, I chose the team because I had one. I decided that the change was necessary. Considering the fact that again nobody wants to be associated with a madman. Um, when you can be associated with the entire company. Which is why the name change was changed accordingly to Vault 2 Pictures. The name that was name dropped in the demo. The demo? Not no, sorry, not the demo, but it was the change. It was it was a name that was going to be name dropped in chapter 2, as a kind of like a name cover up for another company. I'm pretty sure you can all tell which one I'm talking about. If not, I'm not gonna say it because, you know, why not? Copyright. Hey. I've already watched The Cage, the trailer for it. I'm not watching it again. So, no. Okay. But since we are in November, the second anniversary is in I think 4 months. So we have 4 months from now, which means we're going to have to be doing something special for that. And as you probably all commonly know, the Ghost Crew likes to haunt us every March, because that's their creation date. Despite the fact that HC's is like in 10 days. His birthday's in his birthday's in 10 days. Did you know that? I'm probably sure you didn't. Ooh. Probably just do an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just have it be an hour. I do not have a script. I do not have, yeah. So, let's continue talking. Okay. What else do we have? First off, I think number one, there's going to be a shift in videos. All videos going forward, I am going to be kind of like age restricting them. Because I don't want people yelling at me, going, "Hey, you let my child watch this." Yeah. You let your child watch this, not me. You did. Not my fault. So to kind of counteract that, I will be age restricting my videos going forward. Because, you know, Max and the Unseen Horrors is a horror game saga, but it will be getting more darker than the demo. If the demo was even darker at all. No, it wasn't. But the first game will be dark as hell. So, again, your child shouldn't be watching or playing that, because it's not a very bright game. I'll say that. And because the game will be darker, there will be some topics that will not be included because of kind of people's mental health and mostly because of people's mental health. So I actually give a shit about that. I know certain people don't, but I do. I do very much. Because, well, my mental health is depends on the mood. We are going to have many themes that will be included and won't be included. We'll have topics that will, again, be included and not be included. So, just to make it fair and more likable in a way. And we might or might not be including ships. If you see that, don't blame me. I wanted that because, well, I like that. Personally, I like ships. That's a good idea. Where did that come from? I don't know. um, what else? Um, hmm. Yeah, I have a lot of work I need to catch up on, and I'm very, very behind. Um, hmm. But it is a very exciting time to be alive. I mean, that wasn't. Jesus Christ. Um, yes. So I think at some point we will be doing a Christmas update. I think for the game once it's finished. I mean, we won't. It's not like we're not going to be doing like Christmas updates for the chapters, but there will indefinitely be a Christmas update for the entire chapter itself, or the entire game. Jeez. Um, and that the other thing that I don't think people fully understand or understood about the demo was that the full game is 7 chapters long, and that's not to be like, hey, we're not like Bendy and the Machine or Bendy and the Dark Revival, or we're like 5 chapters long. It's it's not to say, hey, we're better, or hey, we're a much more longer story. It's more to kind of flesh out the world and not have each chapter feel like it's rushed or short or cut off abruptly. Especially considering the fact that each chapter will be containing a specific location and theme and a level of darkness. So, depending on that, the chapters have to fit. And the thing is that we're not gonna have like the same characters be the main antagonist every single chapter or 2 chapters in a row. Um, I know some will be, but there's also going to be newer characters that will be, and that's kind of what I want to start doing. Is I want to start kind of introducing newer characters and continue doing that through the second game and have a lot of new characters, newer characters for the finale, the game's finale, which won't be for a long time. Considering the fact that this will take, I think, over a year or two, maybe even 3. It'll take a lot of time. Um, I know that. um, um, but because we are focusing on more original characters, they will have to have their stories be more focused and more contained to their own chapter, their own game, whatever it is. They have to be the main focus and not always the side characters or the games that were or the characters that were already there. Um, I mean, it's good to give them spotlights, but it's not good to have them be kind of the main threat or the main focus when they aren't really as big as a focus as Max is. That's his main character, the main protagonist. I mean, we'll have lots of antagonists, but we won't have a lot of protagonists. Um, I'm really excited for you to kind of meet the characters in their respective chapters. It'll be pretty cool. Especially considering the fact that some of them I voiced some of the characters. Yay! Ooh. Oh boy, I'm bored. I'm stuck here. What are you doing? What am I doing? I have no idea. Yeah. Uh, he wants out. We can't let Nelson out. We cannot let Nelson out. And why the fuck not? Do you think I'm going to, destroy every single life I touch? Yeah, Nelson. Now shoot, Kyle. You're not important. Go. Go away. Nobody cares about you. um, um, but yeah, Max turns 2 in about 4 months, so that's exciting. Just means that we'll have to do a Christmas update and then a second anniversary. So I think what we'll do is we'll do the Christmas update for chapter 1, then we'll do kind of like an anniversary update for March 19th, which will contain the first chapter and will contain the second chapter. Because, that needs to be done. And that's like plenty of time. That gives us like 3 months. Because it's December, it's January, February, and March. Depending on when development ends in December, we'll have like a lot of time to kind of get chapter 2 in the works and get it kind of out there. I think we'll do kind of like a public pre-release, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to talk with the other developer, Shade, about that. Speaking of which, yeah, Shade is now our secondary game developer. That's exciting. Um, um, it's so weird because it feels like it was just yesterday I met her for the first time. I had because I had no idea who she was, and I saw this comment on like one of my posts, and I'm like, okay, so she's interested in bug testing. So, she was like, do you mind if I like help as well? And I'm like, sure, you can join the company, and here we are, and it's quite impressive. Um, the work, the input that she's done, quite amazing. Um, so I'm just glad to have her on, or yeah, to have her on the team. Just because there are some days where I just don't want to work, or I'm my motivations are completely through the roof, or not the roof, but completely through the toilet or the ground. Yeah. Yeah. Um. If the other developer is okay with the pre release, then we'll do that. If she wants it, if she wants the chapter to be more of a full public release, then I'll do that as well. Because like I gotta respect her and myself. Because again, it's not just me who's now running the whole shtick. It's now me and Shade. So that's exciting. Um, and because she's also a developer, that means that she can change what she might not like and what she, like she can add in what she might like, or she might change characters to how she might like it, and that's perfectly fine with me. I'm okay with that because I give out the characters, not out, but I give the characters life. I give them kind of like a base, and whoever has an idea for that character or wants to expand it, kind of changes it, or gives them more of a personality, more of a an edge to them, more of a rounded out storyline, a personality, more details. Um, So because of that, it's pretty nice. I'm I really do like that because now I can actually see my characters and see, hey, um, are they good enough? Are they characters that feel like characters that feel real and realistic? And I mean, even though the game doesn't have any realism, um, that doesn't mean that the characters can't have life or realism to them, be realistic in a way where you know Kyle might be Kyle. I will use him as an example. Kyle might be a character who might be like he might be an evil one, and that's the whole point. And the whole point of his character is that he's an irredeemable son of a bitch. So that's his character. He's evil. Or like how Max might be. Hey, I want to save and free everyone. Each character has their own personality and their own traits, and that kind of has to stay the same pretty consistently throughout the game development. Is that each character has to stay consistent with each game. So consistency. That's the word that we all like. Consistency. um, as well as that, I think certain characters will play bigger roles. Again, the Ghost Crew will be playing more active roles in the first chapter than the demo, because there wasn't enough interactions with them, and I did not like that. I wanted, because the other thing was that both Ghosty and Faye were originally made for chapter 2. But at some point I decided, hey, why don't I include them in chapter 1? And so I did, and I liked it. Though the big problem was Ghosty's character height. He couldn't get through the doors, and it was because of his character controller that prevented him from that. So, because he couldn't do that, what was Ghosty supposed to do? I don't know. Be a ghost dog? Be annoying? I don't know. But because chapter 1 is getting a remaster, it means that the chapter will have Ghosty and Faye be kind of more prominently kind of decided and fleshed out in that chapter. So now chapter 1 will be more Ghosty and Faye friendly. And HC will play a much bigger role. So instead of just appearing in the one chasing and just not appearing again. I mean, though it does appear as like a little jump scare where he slides away from the door and closes it. Or I want him to be more actively present in the chapter. So you will be hunted down by all three. Or, yeah, all three? Sort of. You'll see what I mean, eventually. Yeah, I really don't know I don't really have anything left to say. I don't even know what to say. But I did want to make just like a little thing saying, hey, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I'm still working, still developing, even though I'm a little bit radio silent or not posting as much as I would. I'm still here, so yeah. Yeah. We'll see it. Well, I'll see it. I think next month in December. Though I'll have to be actively prepared for that. So, hey, it's the end of the weekend. I didn't really, I forgot that I was doing this today, so again, I'm sorry. But we'll see you next week. Not next week, Jesus Christ. Next month. We'll see you in December. Yeah, take care, and well, that's all. This was News Update with Madpig, episode 1, back to the basics. Thank you very much, and have a good night.